Hi folks, welcome to the Conan Fitness Exercise of the Month. This month we're looking at a Fitball Flye. Pretty similar to a normal fly, except there's just a couple of variations. One of them being that you're on a ball that gives you an unstable environment, so a little added benefit is the stability that you'll gain from it. Another benefit from a Fitball Flye is it's set up such that, as you'll see, you get a bit of a spotting motion from the ball when you do a Fitball Flye. So if you can do this at home in your lounge room, you don't need a spotter, and you can get a nice decent weight, decent workout. The fly basically is a horizontal flexion motion of the shoulder joint, so it should be isolating the pectoral muscles, a little bit of shoulder in there. But the premise is that we take out the elbow joint. So if there's lots of extension and flexion of the elbow joint, then it's not going to work too well. Ideally, we keep it fairly locked, and thereby taking out that joint, we take out the muscles that flex and extend the elbow, i.e. the biceps and triceps. So by taking out the triceps, we're able to isolate the chest and the shoulders and the pectoral region more so than in your typical pushing motions. So one of the benefits of Fitball Flye. So let's have a look at some of the tips, some of the faults, and some of the variations we can put into getting the most out of a Fitball Flye. So here you can see the Fitball Flye in motion. You see it's pretty much a horizontal flexion motion around the shoulder joint. This pretty much isolates the pectoral muscle, making it a great exercise for the pecs. And you notice the elbow joint is relatively static. If we slow it down now, you can see how static the elbow joint is, thereby taking out the triceps and focusing on the stretch and the contraction of the pec muscles. You can also see the balance required in balancing on the ball. And you see the spotting motion. As the arms come down to the bottom of the motion, you see that the upper arm is supported by the ball. So that's the hardest part of the motion when it needs the most help. And that's where you get a spot in the weight, getting a really good stretch there. Now, some of the faults that you can see here from this upper angle, you notice the elbow joint pointing forward here in alignment with the shoulders. That's what we don't want to see. We don't want to see the elbows pointing forward. Also, we don't want to see them pointing backwards. If they point behind the shoulders, as you see right now, that's too far back. You see in alignment with the shoulders, too far back. What we ideally want to see is the arms and elbows and shoulders all pretty much in one straight alignment right about there. That's the perfect angle that we want. And if we can maintain that, then that's perfect for the shoulder joint. The final fault that you might see, if we slow this down again, is that the old elbow joints often open out too far. You don't want too straight an arm. What angle Paul's got there is pretty much perfect, so you can get maximum tension on the chest and take out the tension in the elbow and shoulder joints. So putting it all together, what we can see here is the correct motion of the Fitball Flye, and some variations are throwing it in a cable machine if you have one, or as a pre-fatigue exercise to a big compound, like doing it before a bench press, or even as a post-fatigue, as in straight after a nice big compound exercise. So there you go folks, hopefully you can have a bit of fun with the Fitball Flye. All the best, until next time, see ya.